Right, first things first, key out, all of this can come off.
This is the 40 miles an hour mobility scooter project, part one. We stripped it all down, I've took the motor off, I've removed the batteries, the speed controller, the seats and all the shell and everything, and this is pretty much what we're left with. Now there's a few things that I need to think about what to do when building it up again. First thing I need to do is think about what sort of motor to put on it. I did consider using a petrol engine, like either a pit bike engine or a two-stroke engine. However, this particular project, I want to keep electric so that I can test it. It isn't going to be something that I can only take to a go-kart track. So I'm going to keep it electric because I've been wanting to sort of like play around with electric stuff for a while. Unknown territory for me because it's not something that I've really sort of worked with much. I'm going to buy an electric kit. I'm going to buy a motor, speed controller, some kind of a throttle, and put a brake on it and get some decent battery. My target is 40 miles an hour for this project. So we're certainly going to try and get to at least 40 miles an hour. If we can get to 40, I'll be happy. Now, in order to get to 40 miles an hour, I'm going to have to beef up the chassis a little bit because at the moment, the speed you get out of these from the motor that I've taken out and the batteries, they can do like 5 miles an hour. This is not used to having that much power run through it. So what I'm going to do is beef up the chassis, make it a lot stronger. I'm going to get a different axle for it as well, a different rear axle. I can't even use the one that come off it. So you've got the motor and everything is all built into the axle. I can't use that anyway. anyway. So we're going to need a brand new rear axle, get a motor for it, get a chain, sprocket and everything, buy some batteries, attach a brake to it, and then just go from there. But I do need to beef up the chassis, beef up the frame. So how I'm going to do that, I don't know yet. Something I need to think about over the next couple of days. I might even need to create more space depending on the batteries that I put in it. Also, tyres. This is another important one. The tyres you get with this are these. Now these are good for sort of like 5 miles an hour. I'm sure they can withstand it, you know, a little bit more speed than that. I mean, they might even be good for the amount of power that we're going to run through this. I don't know. The thing I'm going to have to be careful with is that I don't want to make the scooter look too customized. I want it to look completely standard and completely authentic. If that means I'm going to have to keep these tyres, then so be it. I might just have to be a little bit careful. These are obviously standard mobility scooter tyres. I'm sure they're fine. I mean, to be honest, they're probably good for 15-20 miles an hour. However, we're going to be going 40. And it's not only the top speed, it's if I start to corner a little bit faster as well, you just got to hope that they're going to be okay. So part 2, what we're going to have to do, decide on the motor. I'm going to have to think about a rear axle, the tyres, the wheels, and also the customization of the frame. There's one last thing, we definitely will need to put a steering damper on this as well. Now if you remember, going back to one of my previous videos on my mini quad, I said we had to put a steering damper on that. As soon as you go over like 20 miles an hour, it just wobbles too much, it's not very stable. So in order to prevent that from happening, I'm going to put a steering damper on it. That should handle much easier with a steering damper on it. But yeah, lots of awesome stuff to do. This is a really fun project. This is probably one of my most fun ones I've ever done on the channel. So we're going to spend the next couple of weeks putting everything together. If you make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and when part 2 comes out, it will be all ready for you and you will be notified. This is going to be quick. 40 miles an hour, 40. Are we going to hit the target? I don't know, but we're certainly going to try. Got the old wheelie bars at the back there, so this is handy because this thing is going to be popping wheelies. I know that for a fact. The amount of power that we're going to be putting through this, yeah baby. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like the video, share it, subscribe, comment. Let me know if there's anything else you think I should put on the scooter when I build it, because this is the time when I should be thinking about everything I want on the scooter. You know, is there anything else you think I should add? Let me know, leave a comment below. I will consider everything that you suggest. So thanks for watching, and look out for part number 2. That will be coming up as soon as I've basically got the content. I'm going to crack on with this over the next few weeks, and then as soon as it's all done, it's all ready, I will upload part 2. Thanks for watching, and look out for part 2 video coming up very soon. Take care.